Synthetic hair extensions is a common practice, often referred to as a protective style to strengthen and grow the hair. In fact, the market for hair braids, wigs, and extensions is expected to grow at least $6 billion by 2029. That's according to Aristone market research. But Consumer Reports find some synthetic hair, often marketed to black women and girls, contains carcinogens and at times lead. The findings are leading some to ask how protective these styles really are. And one of those people is Crystal Thomas. She is a medical student who published commentary about this issue in an academic journal.
About 2 years ago, I decided to get braids for the first time in over a decade. And I was really excited about it at first, but as the day went on, I realized there was this unbearable smell. As I kept smelling this, my throat tightened up, it felt very dry, and I noticed my hair was itching, and it was just difficult to breathe overall. After a week of continuous washing, I said, seeing that the smell didn't go away, I said, you know what, I'm getting rid of these. As consumers, we implicitly want to believe that the products we purchase are safe. That's not always the case. Black women are a higher risk for uterine fibroids, for more aggressive breast cancers, and so on. Is exposure to these products a contributing factor or not?
Here to help us explore some of those questions is Ami Zoda. She's an associate professor at Columbia University School of Public Health. Thank you so much for joining us. So I want to start with some of Consumer Reports' findings, and they really raised some eyebrows. They looked at 10 different synthetic hair products from multiple companies, and 100% of them, they found carcinogens. Those are chemicals that can cause cancer. In 9 out of 10, they found lead, and they often found other issues in compounds, and they also found volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. So my question to you is, what is the impact of repeated exposure to chemicals like this, especially given that braids are so often worn for weeks at a time?
Yes, thank you for that question, and thank you for covering this important issue. So I just want to say first that this important new report adds to a growing body of evidence that really shines a light on the fact that hair products, as well as other beauty products and cosmetics, especially those marketed to Black women and girls, contain many chemicals of concern, and that we need to do something about it to make sure people are protected. But specifically to the report, we know that some of these chemicals like lead and benzene are really problematic for health, and that really there's no safe level of exposure. We also know other chemicals like methylene chloride, which was found in certain products, is banned in consumer products from the EPA, and it's also on the restricted list of chemicals by the FDA. So they have a list of 11 chemicals that are not allowed in cosmetics, and methylene chloride is one of them.
Wow. And notably, right, this was a study of 10 products, but there are so many more on the market. Crystal Thomas, who we heard from, said she used Kaneka, and we reached out to all of the brands who were in that study. We did not immediately hear back, but prior, Consumer Reports got a statement from Kaneka, and they said in part that they only manufacture the fibers that are used in the hair products, but they do not produce the final product. And so my question to you is, who is ultimately responsible for what goes into our cosmetics and our hair products?
That's a great question. So at the national level, the FDA regulates cosmetics, but
not synthetic braids. Not right now.
Not right now. But really, this industry is really underregulated. So they don't have authority to recall products. They don't have a list of chemicals of concern that companies have to check for. And even for the types of tests that companies often do to test the health and safety, they're really looking for acute health concerns like very extreme reproductive and developmental toxicity.
Right, but these longer studies take more time.
Right.
So I wonder, for someone at home in a line or two, what's your advice to them if they say, I want to braid my hair, but I don't know if it's safe?
That's a great question. So I think there are a few companies that are trying to make non-toxic, plant-based alternatives. Of course, they're expensive, but I think you can, use the power of your dollar to support them. I also think at the state level, there are some good initiatives going on that are trying to create more transparency and greater regulation.
Yeah, and more people are looking for that too. Ami Zoda, really insightful. Thank you so much. And if you have a story, let us know. Stay with us. You're watching.